After deriving internal field or local field, we have to see this relation that is known as Clausius-Mosotty relation. Let n be the number of molecules per unit volume of the dielectric material and let alpha be the polarizability. We know that polarization P, polarization is a vector and we have seen this in basic definitions. Polarization P is equal to N into mu. Mu is nothing but the induced dipole moment. So mu is given by alpha E. Mu is equal to alpha E. But since we know that electric field acting at any point inside the dielectric is going to be given as E int. Okay. So instead of E, we have to put E int. So we have P is equal to N. Mu, the expression for mu is alpha E int. So instead of mu, you write alpha E int. So from here you write what is E int P by N alpha. And we know the electric displacement vector D. This also we have seen in basic definitions that D is equal to epsilon E. Also it is equal to epsilon naught E plus P. So both these expressions give electric displacement vector D. So let us equate these two expressions. So from these two expressions I want P. So let me have P on one side. I'll bring this epsilon naught E to this side. So I will be having epsilon E minus epsilon naught E is equal to P. Since E is common, I will write epsilon minus epsilon naught of E is equal to P. From here, let us write what is E, that is nothing but P by epsilon minus epsilon naught. So let us call this E int equation as equation number 1. Let us call this equation E as equation number 2. Just now we have derived a Lorentz field or local field or internal field. E int is E plus P by 3 epsilon naught. Now instead of this expression E, I am going to substitute equation 2. So E int is equal to P by epsilon minus epsilon naught plus P by 3 epsilon naught. Okay. So let me take P outside. P is common for both the terms. So let me take P outside. So we will be having 1 by epsilon minus epsilon naught plus 1 by 3 epsilon naught because P is here. So take LCM. So what will happen? 3 epsilon naught plus epsilon minus epsilon naught divided by 3 epsilon naught into epsilon minus epsilon naught. Okay. So 3 epsilon naught minus epsilon naught will give us 2 epsilon naught. I have plus epsilon here. Similarly, this 3 epsilon naught, bring it here. So P by 3 epsilon naught will be having. Then we have epsilon minus epsilon naught. Now let us substitute equation 1. E int is P by N alpha. Let us substitute this E int as P by N alpha. So we have P by N alpha is equal to P by 3 epsilon naught into epsilon plus 2 epsilon naught divided by epsilon minus epsilon naught. Let us cancel this P and this P. So we will be having 1 by N alpha is equal to 1 by 3 epsilon naught epsilon plus 2 epsilon naught divided by epsilon minus epsilon naught. Okay. Bring this 3 epsilon naught to this side. Right. Bring this 3 epsilon naught to this side. So we'll be having 3 epsilon naught by N alpha is equal to 1 and we have epsilon plus 2 epsilon naught divided by epsilon minus epsilon naught. Okay. Now just take the reciprocal and write. So if you take the reciprocal, N alpha by 3 epsilon naught is equal to epsilon minus epsilon naught by epsilon plus 2 epsilon naught. Okay. Now let me bring this epsilon naught here. Let me divide it. So I'll be having epsilon by epsilon naught minus 1. Is that okay? So divide by epsilon naught. So you will be having epsilon by epsilon naught. If you divide here also by epsilon naught, you will be having 1. So epsilon by epsilon naught minus 1. Same way let us do for the denominator also. Divide by epsilon naught. So epsilon by epsilon naught will be having. Here also divide by epsilon naught. So epsilon naught will get cancelled. We will be having only 2. So epsilon by epsilon naught plus 2. Okay. Then we know that epsilon by epsilon naught is nothing but epsilon r, that is called relative permeability, relative permittivity, otherwise known as dielectric constant. So epsilon r minus 1 by epsilon r plus 2. So n alpha by 3 epsilon naught is equal to epsilon r minus 1 divided by epsilon r plus 2. This is the famous Clausius-Mosotty relation. Okay. What is the peculiarity of this relation? This relation is going to relate two terms. Okay. It is going to relate a macroscopic term. Also, it is going to relate a microscopic term. So, macroscopic term is nothing but dielectric constant epsilon r. Microscopic term is nothing but polarizability alpha. So, see, only two variables are here. N is a constant because it represents number of molecules per unit volume of the dielectric. Epsilon naught is a constant. It is nothing but permittivity of free space. It is a constant value. So, the two variable terms are alpha, which is known as polarizability, and the other term is going to be epsilon r, which is known as the dielectric constant. So, this Clausius-Mosotty relation is going to relate two terms. Epsilon r is the macroscopic term, alpha is the microscopic term.